What's going on, everybody? Mike here, coming at you again from Badlands Paintball. Well, it seems like everybody out there is really enjoying their Tippmann Bravo One Elites, but now that everybody's enjoying them, I'm sure they're going to want to take care of those markers too. So today we're going to be doing a quick tech video on how to properly maintain and tech your Bravo One Elite. Not too difficult at all, guys, so come on in, we'll take a closer look. Alright everyone, so let's get to teching this Bravo One Elite. Now before I do, you're going to want a few things. For starters, you're always going to want to have your manual on you. Keep this manual with you at all times. It's going to tell you which parts are which, where to install them, all that fun stuff. So you definitely want to have your manual on you. Also, you're going to want to have your complete parts kit. With the spare O-rings you may need. Your oil is going to be in this kit as well. And well, of course, all your Allen keys that you'll need to take this marker apart. You may also need your squeegee to clean out your barrel in case there is a break on the inside. Now, the main thing we're going to want to do when we're teching the Bravo One Elite, we're going to want to oil the O-rings on the inside of the gun. There's one on the rear hammer and one on the front bolt. We're also going to want to make sure we can clean out any paint or debris that is on the inside of the breech area as well as in the barrel. So let's break down this marker, make it a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to work with. So first we can remove the magazine here. That will actually pinch on both sides, and then you can pull it right out the bottom, making it look difficult. There we go. So that mag pops right out. You'll remove one screw on the rear of the stock, bottom rear, and that will allow us to actually slide off our stock. Just like so, stock's off, makes it a little bit easier to work with. Let's also remove our barrel. So we can twist out that barrel, 90 threads, so very easy and quick to pull out. Now, this barrel does have a nice big O-ring on the rear of it to help keep things tight. You'll find that it has a little bit of a harder time getting out of the shroud there. So you just want to twist as you pull, and that barrel is going to slide out just like so. So got the barrel out there. Now the last thing we can remove here while we're at it is going to be the front shroud. So we've got one screw in the bottom front half that we're going to twist out and remove, and that's going to allow us to take out our front shroud here. That screws out. Now I can put all screws right off to the side so I can keep track of them, right? Move that front shroud. We can also remove our feed neck by pressing down on this top button here. That'll unlock the feed neck and allow us to take that off to the side. And we might as well remove our M16 rail while we're at it here, because we'll have to do that anyway, as this clamshell completely folds right in half. So there, we've got all of our accessories in order off to the side. And actually we can remove this little rubber nub on our cocking handle here as well, and shift that off to the side. Okay, so now we've got our marker set up here pretty well bare bones. It's easy to take apart this marker. All it's going to take is popping out each one of these individual Allen keys, and the whole frame is going to come right in half. So let's get started on that. Oh, a little bit stiff. There you go, one at a time. Alright, so once you've got all your screws loosened up, you're going to want to actually set them to the side, but you're going to want to keep them organized, okay? Because some of these screws are different lengths. So the way I keep them organized is I'm actually going to set them down in the position that I pull them out. So this front bottom screw I pulled out first, so I'll put that right there. I've got my top screw right above that, so I will put that just above, like so. I've got my rear back screw here. I'll put it the rear back. Alright guys, so now that we've got all our screws removed and properly set up, we can actually just pull this frame, two separate pieces, right in half. Okay? Now, the biggest spot that you're going to have to look out for and make sure that you don't lose any pieces or nothing pops out is going to be right around your trigger assembly here. You've got two springs you'll want to watch out for. One sear spring and one trigger return spring, okay? Those may have a tendency to pop on you. If they do, the long black spring goes in the rear and the sear. and the little silver spring is going to go in the front, and that's the trigger return spring. Other pieces that can pop out are going to be all these little pins, the 4 silver and the 1 black. Those actually can be removed and replaced, so you want to keep an eye on those as well. There is a page on the inside of your manual here that's actually going to show the placement of each and every individual one of your pieces there. So if you do end up messing it up, make sure you refer back to your manual, okay? Now, we don't actually want to worry too much about those individual trigger pieces. We're going to want to concern mainly with the front end here and 1 bolt on the actual back. So I'll show you how to remove your main pieces. So your spring loaded on the rear here, all I have to do is pop out this rear block, and now I have access to my rammer spring and rammer pin. You don't really need to do too much with those. You want to make sure your pin's not bent, your spring is still in good condition. If they are, that's fine. You can set those off to the side. Alright everybody, so another piece that we have in the back here is going to be our buffer O-ring. You'll want to make sure that this buffer O-ring is in good condition, not damaged or destroyed in any way, that it's still nice and juicy. To keep it nice and solid and firm and juicy, you will want to apply a little bit of oil to this O-ring just to keep it shiny. So once you know the O-ring is in good condition, you can slide that right off to the side. Now, there are a few main O-rings that we're actually going to want to take a closer look at. One on the rear hammer and one on our front bolt. So to gain access to both of those pieces, we're actually going to want to slightly twist and shift the assembly over to the side. It's going to allow us to take out our linkage arm. You'll want to make sure the linkage arm isn't broken or bent in any way, shape, or form. And then we can actually just pop and slide our hammer right out the back. Just like so. I'll set that rammer to the side for a second. Now we can remove our front bolt as well as our detent. Now I can actually see here, while I was taking out that rammer, I did shift my trigger assembly, my sear here and the sear spring a little bit. So you want to make sure you pop back down that sear spring and sear, making sure they stay in place, okay? Now, starting here with the detent. This detent is actually what keeps your paintballs from rolling out of the barrel when the ball is sitting in the breech. It's a really simple little rubber ramp. Now if that rubber ramp is ripped off or is bent all the way down or just isn't as strong as it used to be, you're going to want to replace it, okay? And there should be actually spare ones in the parts kits that you can get for the Tippmann series. It's a great place to find them. You can replace those whenever you need to, okay? So I'll put that detent to the side as this one looks to be in good condition. Now we have 2 O-rings that need to be oiled in this marker. One O-ring is on the rear, the front I should say, of the rammer here, this white one. So you want to make sure that that O-ring is in good condition, not chipped or cracked, and then apply some oil to it to keep it nice and soft. The other O-ring is going to be on our front bolt. The O-ring is right at the front of the bolt. You want to remove any paint or debris that is on this bolt. And you're going to want to check to make sure, again, that the O-ring is in good condition. If it is, you're going to want to drop a few droplets of oil on that front O-ring itself. Now, once you know that those 2 pieces are clean and oiled, you're going to want to make sure you can wipe out any paint or debris that is in this breech area here. If you want to completely remove the valve to give you complete access to the breech area, there are 2 screws on the outside of the marker, 1 and 2. Those 2 screws can be removed, and that'll allow you to actually remove your valve altogether. But generally speaking, you don't have to get quite that crazy. You can usually just get paper towel in and around underneath there and clean out the paint. Now we want to reinstall everything because we know our O-rings are in good condition, we know our detent's in good condition, and it's actually that detent that we're going to put in first. So you do not, under any circumstances, want to install this ramp backwards. You are going to install it so that the ramp itself is facing towards the end of the barrel. So almost as if you were a biker and you were driving down the end of this barrel, you jump off the ramp and out the end, okay? You don't want to have it the other way around, where the ramp is facing towards the rear of the marker. That means the bolt will come through, bend it backwards, and slice it off. So we're going to face it with the ramp facing towards the end of the barrel as if we were to jump out the end. Next thing we'll do, we can actually bring our front bolt in here, slide it back on into place. We'll bring our rear rammer. The hole on top of the rammer should be facing up. That allows us to attach our linkage arm. Same thing with the bolt. The hole in the top of that bolt should be facing up as well. So we'll slide that rammer right back into place. Twist them slightly, and now we can attach that linkage arm again. Get our linkage arm in place, make sure our detent's still there, and we can twist it back down flat again, just like so. Now I have popped out my sear and my sear spring. So the sear is going to be installed just like so again, and the spring can be popped down into its original position as well. Now we can actually reinstall our rammer spring and rammer pin here, just like so, right in the back. There we go. Want to reinstall our buffer O-ring right around that spring. It just sits loose, so don't worry about that. Take our back plug here with the screw facing down, insert it into the rear, and slide it into place. You're going to want to make sure that each one of your silver washers are right down in the bottom there in place. Double check, make sure you have everything. Okay, I think I'm good to go. Now I can bring my other clamshell up and over top and slide it right down where it ought to go. Let me see here. Now there's really only one way that it can install, so you'll want to watch out and make sure you install it correctly. Now a lot of the time our washers here can get a little bit in the way when we're trying to bring this clamshell down. So you want to make sure that they're sitting nicely. Just like so. So now everything's flush, we're good to go. Now I'm going to reinstall each one of my screws in the order that I took them out. So let's start. We'll actually leave our ASA one until last. Let's start with the top corner here. Install that one, and then I'll work my way around. There we go, that's better. Alright, now all I have to do is install each one of your individual secondary pieces again, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Alright guys, so your Bravo One Elite should be working absolutely great now. All your O-rings should be oiled. You've got the paint removed from the breech area there. You got everything slid right back into place. So now that your marker is perfect, ready to rock and roll, you're going to want to go out there and play some paintball, right? But of course, before you actually get out there, make sure you're coming into any of our 9 locations across Canada. If this video wasn't enough for you, need some extra help, please get on in there. Those guys will definitely help you out. I'll be more than willing to give you a hand. Now, if you can't make it into any of our shops and you do have more questions, you could definitely check out our website at badlandspaintball.com or hit us a message at Facebook or our Twitter page. And of course, while you're on that computer still, please check us out on our YouTube channel here. If you're liking these videos, let us know. We definitely dig on your guys' comments, and that's how we came up with this video today. We heard that you guys wanted some teching done on your Bravo One Elites, and here we are, right? So post up, comment, let us know how you're feeling, and above all else, guys, get out and play some paintball.